Hi there, well, this is part two. I wanted to turn the light off so you can kind of take a look and see, but things were too grainy. There's not enough light in this room if I turn this aquarium off. So here we go. This has been up the tank maybe 2 weeks or so. I think I installed it, a few days before Christmas. I think it was Christmas Eve actually. Long story short, I had mentioned the lighting fixture. This was the LED JBJ 28 Nano. The regular LED, it had, I believe, 25 1-watt white bulbs, and it had the 4 moonlights. I think they were each like half a watt each, something like that. I went, and you can see kind of through here that I gutted the moonlights and the fans to accommodate these Panoramic Pros, because I think they're like 12.5 inches long. You'd have to check Ecoxotic, their website, about the specs. But my other video, I had said that I dremelled out in here basically to accommodate for these lights. You might be wondering how I attached them. I kept the heat shield in there with the reflector because I wanted the original reflector to stay in here. And I use, they look like Tinker Toy brackets, if you're old enough to remember what those are. If you look at my other video, I kind of show what the brackets look like. But I got the screws that mounted the reflector, I believe it was, into place, and I put those little brackets and extend them to the side, just sort of mount these on them with like a nut and a screw and a lock washer, regular washer too. So I couldn't put this glass pane on because with the reflectors, with the panoramic reflectors, the light's just a little bit too long and it wouldn't fit. But that's fine. Something I will mention, try not to, wow, that reflects a lot of light. That looks pretty cool through a camera too. But I have a magenta and blue in back, and then a blue and white in front. Since these are rather close to the water, I don't think they blend so well. So maybe if I move the heat shield, I'd gain probably about 1 inch height. So what that might do, they might blend the colors a little bit better. There's a little bit of splashing on here because I had these basically outputs sort of pointed up for surface agitation. But so whatever, I'm rambling. I might remove that heat shield so it brings them out the water a little bit more so the colors blend, because the back of the water, or the back of the tank, is the blue and magenta light. The front is the blue and white, and it seems like there's almost like a property line dividing them. That when you look, and this camera I think kind of filters out some of the light, so it's not a good representation, but it's very purple in back and kind of dark in back. So what I might do, I might raise them up. I was actually thinking about buying another one of these modules. It might be too much for this tank. I have to kind of do some research. And then I will put the blue and white in front, a blue and white in back, and then maybe the magenta in the middle, so it kind of sort of dilutes some of that purpleness out. If you look at the top of the tank here too, there are screw holes for the lid. I was almost thinking about getting a stunner strip and somehow maybe mounting it there, because like that's a good 6 inches, maybe even 8, where there's kind of no lighting. We'll see. Maybe lifting these up a little bit will kind of broaden the light, if you will, so it's not so they blend in better, and maybe some of the front and the back will get a little bit more light. I haven't figured it out. Or I could put a stunner strip or 2 in here, whatever. But let me just show you the tank. I did get a dimmer switch, and I kind of tried to acclimate these a little bit slow so I wouldn't kind of shock the corals. Everything lived which is awesome. You know, I was concerned because they were out for maybe a week or so with no light, almost. Something I noticed, the frog spawn looks awesome. You really can't see it here. I'm looking through the camera. It looks a lot different than the actual tank. Very green. The tips very purplish or pinkish. It looks like it's glowing in the dark almost. The green polyps in back kind of jump out a little bit more too. They look like they're glowing. This hammer coral back there, it just looks kind of all pink. I don't know, it's actually a little bit boring. Maybe if I mix some other light in, it'll change, who knows. This torch here looks awesome. Very white, it almost glows, jumps out. I've noticed this mushroom rock here, it seems like they just sort of really opened up. The small ones, I swear, have gotten a little larger. This thing exploded, this toadstool. The tips of the polyps also look very green, almost glow. Really cool. And this red mushroom is looking really good. These watermelon mushrooms, if you will, kind of glow in the dark too, almost. They look really good. They always sort of look good because there was like the moonlight was kind of under there, even though it was just a cheap blue, like half a watt light. It made it glow a little bit at nighttime. But yeah, there's that frog spawn again. Looks pretty good. So I'll just kind of pan out here, and yeah, you can see the, well, you can't see through the camera, but the back is very purple, pink light. Through the front, you know, I could get my dimmer and put it on the pink and blue to show you separately what they look like, but you know, you're not really getting a lot of this. The camera sort of filters it out. Maybe it's a cheap camera, I don't know. I will say these zoanthids too, before they kind of look like one colony, but now they kind of really stand out. This colony in front looks, you can see the greens better, and the one behind it you can see kind of the pinks better, I believe. I don't know, I'm partially colorblind, so I'm not the best source as far as colors are concerned. Very pink, you know, like I might say, I might put like a blue and white light in back, move the pink magenta in the middle, and then, you know, keep the blue and white in front, so I have three, and it'll sort of kind of maybe filter out the blue a little better. The back looks dark, kind of brighten that up. Or, you know, maybe I'll buy 2 stunner strips, I don't know. But that's the tank. Would I change anything? No, I like the pink light, the blue light. I just need to have it blend a little better. That's really about it. And like I said, this is the JBJ Nano Cube. It was the LED, now it is the Ecoxotic. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, whatever. Don't subscribe. I don't make a lot of videos, so here we go. Thanks for watching.